Hey everyone, Ryan here from becomingbest.com, and in this video I want to do a tournament update for Upsmash, which happened on the 19th of October 2017. Now, this was the very first Upsmash tournament that I ran. Previously in Brisbane, we'd been running tournaments at pubs, but attendance had been dwindling. We'd been moving venues almost every week. And so I found a venue for our scene, a more permanent venue at the Good Games in Brisbane, and started Upsmash, so we had our first tournament and we had 23 entrants, which was a great result for this tournament, way more than I expected and way more that we've basically had at any tournament probably in the last 3 or so months. So really exciting to see. That was a really good night. This is about my performance at this tournament though. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go into bracket and we can go through and have a look. Now round 1, here I am, Macca. I played Dozium. So Dozium is a newish Sheik player from the Gold Coast. I think I 3-stocked him twice to go 2-0 there. I then played Scared. I was originally meant to actually play down here and play against Bra, but he requested not to play me because he didn't want to do puff dittos. So I kind of put myself against Scared to see how I would go, which is actually a harder match for me. So unfortunately, I went 2-0 in that one. This is the game here against Scared. So it was actually quite a close game. Both games went to last stock. So definitely could have gone the other way. Scared's a better player than me. He had an epic run this night, beating 3 players on the PR, or the top 10 in Queensland. So he beat Thralls, he beat Mastella, and he beat Oro. So he beat 10, 9, and 7 on the PR. So he had an epic night. He did really well. But yeah, it was really close, and I definitely feel that with a bit more practice, this is going to be something that I have a very good chance of winning. And eventually, hopefully, we'll go 50-50, and then I'll start winning them as well. So Scared, you know this already, but I'm definitely coming for you. And so really excited to see my performance. Really excited to see that I didn't crack under pressure too much. My movement was slightly better. My wave dashes aren't as good as they have been in practice and things like that. But unfortunately, I didn't get time to warm up because I was TOing the tournament and running it. So didn't get time to warm up, which was unfortunate. I only had that Dozium match. So lost this one to Scared, which was sad. I was really hoping to win that. Oh, look at that terrible missed rest there. So lost that one to Scared, which threw me down into losers. So let's see how I went from there. All right, I think it dropped me down here. Okay, so it dropped me into round 1 of losers. Played against Jackalanche, who is a Falcon player. First match, I think I 2-stocked him or something. It kind of went back and forth. I'd take a stock, he'd take a stock. I'd take a stock, he'd take a stock. And then I stopped doing silly things, played safer, and was able to 2-stock him. And then I think the next match I 3-stocked him or something like that. So played that one. So was happy with how I played there. Then played against Bad and 2-0'd him. So I have had really close games with Bad in the past, so I was definitely not sleeping on him at all. I was really trying to space around all of his moves as well as watch him. And so by watching him and watching his character, I worked out that every time I would hit his shield, he would roll. But unfortunately, I don't know the roll lengths of Ganondorf, so I couldn't really rest it. But I did get quite a lot of single hit punishes just from hitting his shield, wait for him to roll, and then I would do another aerial to punish that roll. So I wasn't great at punishing it, but it was a good thing to recognize that I was able to punish. And there was one situation where he upbeat onto stage and I arrested him, but Ganon just comes back and kills Jigglypuff straight away. So I kind of made sure that didn't happen again, and I would just continue to edge guard him, continue to make him up B back to stage until he was at a high enough percent that I could just forward smash him. And so that way I retained my life, but I was able to kill him. And so these matches were pretty close. I'm not sure if they went down to last stock or if there were 2 stocks. But yeah, I 2-0'd him, which was good. which is good. I was happy with that. I didn't want him to get up one because I could definitely have lost. And then I was really sad. I had to play Thralls again. Thralls is my melee man, and we play a lot. And we played just last week in bracket twice. I think we played 2 weeks before that in bracket once or twice as well. So I played him a lot. So I was not looking forward to playing him again. It also basically means like I'm definitely out, because even though I can beat Thralls, it's a very hard game for me. So I would have much rather play someone like Bra or Brad. I would have rather played Lom or Mastella or Blasco. Boonsong has a history of destroying me. So of all these people here, I didn't want to play Thralls, wouldn't want to play Boonsong. Happy to play anyone else. But unfortunately, I didn't get that opportunity. And so Thralls 2-0'd me. And so the games were like last stock, or maybe he 2-stocked me the last game. But they weren't as close as our previous games last week. So last week was like last hit, last stock, and they were really close. Whereas these games, I was always behind. So he would get an early lead. I would then fight my way back. But he would be on really low percent last stock, and I would be really high percent last stock. Or we'd get down, he'd be on 2 stocks. I'd be on high percent 1 stock. One game, I up throw rested him at 80% or something. He just came back and kneed me, and I died. And so, yeah, he definitely had that on me. He definitely deserved to win that one, but that knocked me out of the tournament. So I went 2-2, losing to Scared and Thralls, and then beating Jackalanche and Bad. So almost certainly my ELO will take a hit from these losses against Scared and Thralls. And the wins that I had against Jackalanche and Bad aren't really good enough to counteract the losses that I have, especially against Thralls, who's closer to me in ELO than Scared. So that was the tournament, 2-2. I didn't end up in amateur bracket, which I was very happy about. Amateur bracket was like the bottom 12 people, and so I was outside of that, which was great. So I'm happy not to make it into amateur bracket. I don't want to be in there. Bad actually won amateur bracket, I'm pretty sure. And so 2-2. We then did teams, and I played. I actually had to play with a CPU because there was uneven teams. So I played with level 9 Luigi. If you're ever doing teams with the CPU, Luigi is definitely recommended. He is very hard to edge guard, and he nairs like instantly. So he's actually really, really good. If you're going to CPU in teams, go with Luigi. I came second in teams. We had a drafted teams bracket where first place was paired with last place, second was paired with second last, etc. And then I was paired with Luigi, and we made it to second place. So that was pretty cool to make it all the way through and to make all those upsets with just a computer. But yeah, in terms of bracket performance, I'm unhappy with the bracket that I got. I was happy to play Scared. Respectable loss to him. Was close. I think I can do it in the future. It's made me really hungry to practice a lot more this week to keep getting better so that I can catch up to him. But didn't want to play Thralls. Really didn't want to play Thralls. And so I was a bit bummed about that. Like 23 people at a tournament, and I play like 2 people that I play most. But that's just the way it goes sometimes. You can't really control it. So unfortunately, that's what happened. But yeah, overall, really good tournament. Next week will just be casual, so that won't count towards ELO or anything like that. But there will be a monthly, I think that's next week. So that will count. So we've got 2 tournaments coming up next week. Let me just check. Is there 2? Yeah, so we've got Thursday nights are casual, so that won't count towards ELO. But then on the Saturday is the monthly tournament, and so that will count to the following week. So we'll have 2 tournaments next week, but 1 casual and 1 paid. But yeah, that completes this update for Upsmash on the 19th of October 2017. Went 2-2, didn't make it out of amateur bracket. Really close games with Scared and lost to Thralls. So yeah, really got the fire to keep practicing this week. I want to move my way up through bracket. So I made it to top 12. So I must have come 9th out of 23. I really want to get into that top 8 and top 6. And I really want to start beating some PR ranked players. Thralls, Mastella, Russell, Oro, and then Scared will probably be on the PR soon as well. So really after those guys, as well as the guys who, you know, aren't quite on there yet, like Brad, Boonsong, Bra. Yeah, I want to be able to fight them as well. So hopefully we get some better brackets next time, get to play some more people, and like to help us to see where we actually stand on these, like against these people who are on a similar level to me. So thanks so much for watching, guys. And until next time, go out there and do what it takes to become the best.